everybody.
Hey.
Happy
Hey,
Monday.
everybody.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl, hey.
How's the crowd tonight?
Look at all of them people in there.
I know we ain't been live in a minute, have we?
Not since Wednesday.
Yeah,
Which was
that was our last.
break. I mean, there's been so much going on.
It's been
Yeah.
hectic.
Sometimes when you don't know what to say, sometimes it's best to be quiet for a minute.
Yeah, I hate when people just fire up a live and they don't have nothing to talk about. Hell, Bart, you didn't have to fire up that live.
Right?
No, they just let other people come up and talk for them, and then they can go to sleep.
Good
Nap
times, huh?
time.
Did
Cornbread.
I know most people over in this sector watch the Lori Vallow Daybell trial today. Am I right or am I right?
Oh,
The
hell
sentencing
yes.
today, yes, I watched it. Oh my.
I watched
yeah.
bits and pieces and caught the end, her statement.
Oh, I watched it. Me and Eliza watched it from beginning to end.
I just can't.
I'm glad you told me.
You cut out soup.
Oh, did I? Frig.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I'm glad you told me to go back and listen to where she spoke.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
She's a
Yeah.
nutball.
I know some people were getting nervous thinking the judge was going to go easy on her when he first started talking. But he didn't.
I knew he wasn't.
He saw. He I was watching his face when she was talking and saying all that baloney. I was watching the judge's face, watching him write stuff down as she said some of the most bizarre comments.
Oh, yeah. I think that did it for him.
I think he probably had
comments.
his I felt like he probably had his mind, kind of set up even before he heard all of the impact statements or whatnot. But I definitely think you're right, TJ. You know how, like, you think you know what you want to do, and then you get that final piece, and you're just like, yep, I know what to do. I think that's how I felt with him.
Yeah, I think that just sealed the deal right there. When she
I
started
agree.
speaking, he was like, yeah, I know what I'm going to do now for sure.
Right. The granddad was sure happy afterwards. It was almost like a party atmosphere for him. I think the relief, and he said that it was more than, it's what they prayed for, but more than they dared to hope for,
Well, and she's not out of the woods yet. She's still got to face that trial in Arizona too.
Right.
So, her day's not over yet.
Oh, Soup fell off. She fell down in chat. Restarting her Wi-Fi. Yeah.
She better get back up here.
My Wi-Fi has been like going out on the daily about this time of day. It makes it super annoying. I'm about to ask the cable company or the internet company, what's up with that? Why this time of day every time? Yeah,
I think it's because my husband's always said it's because people are getting off work now. Your timing is different maybe than ours, but everybody loads up and it overloads us. Now, we were out the other day, so it's a good thing we didn't have, I think, Friday out for 8 hours. And I was like, ugh.
Hey, Kim.
Oh, God, I could have waited.
I should have left you down there till I said that.
I could have waited on that.
Bugsy was talking, and so, but I don't want to leave you down there either. It's like, it's so hard. I want to say hey to Kim. I don't want to interrupt her. And I also don't want to be rude and leave you in back chat. I mean, just trying to be polite to everybody, and I get in trouble. See how they do me?
It's storming, and the internet's being a little glitchy, but we're going to get through. But yes,
Pearl will be here. She's just running a few minutes late. I know everybody's always looking for Pearl. We got some fun stuff tonight.
But yes, that Lori Vallow sitting there shaking her foot leaned back in her chair like she didn't have a care in the world. Oh God, y'all. I don't know. I really have a lot of respect for the families that have to sit in these courtrooms with these people. I see
yeah.
why people snap, though. I really do. I've seen it a lot in courtrooms. Family members snapping on the person that has hurt their family. And just the way she's so smug about everything.
Right?
Like,
She
Yeah, I
didn't
could
like sitting
easily
there in
see.
those straps.
no, she didn't. Her cocky self. She really thinks she's above it. Like, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be listening to these victim impact statements. I could be doing something else. No, not a good look.
Not a good look at all. And I was annoyed by even her attorneys asking for things, and where he sounded like he was a little choked up about people not having hope and all that.
Shut up.
That's exactly how I felt. While she's sitting over there not taking anything serious, no remorse whatsoever, and a family, several families, right? Because
Yeah.
they're kind of a blended family.
Yeah.
All those people with no more hope of seeing what JJ was going to do with his life and all of that, and Tylee and the grandbabies that they won't ever get to know. It just, where's that hope? Does
There
that
is
not
none.
count for something?
No, well, not with the system. No. It seemed to me, this is just me, they were more concerned about her rights, how she was doing, make sure that the victim impact statement was correct so nothing can come back on the prosecution where they would have to throw it out again. Here's
Right.
our system for y'all. I don't dare call it the justice system. It's just a system.
Yeah.
Oh, and it was ridiculous. The defense kept interrupting the victims' impact statements, objecting to things they were saying. I'm like, shut up, sit down.
Yeah. It really is like, don't interrupt or object unless you absolutely have to. He obviously didn't absolutely have to because he was overruled twice.
Was he?
Yeah.
Almost seemed like annoyed. That how he almost seemed annoyed that he would go there.
Well,
I got to do something real quick.
Oh no, you done the Hey Kim. What's left?
Magpie.
Oh yes, Magpie.
What do you want?
Magpie, what do you want?
She asking for a wrench.
I thought she was blocked. Magpie. Shout out to Magpie.
She's such a little troublemaker, isn't she?
And don't get blocked.
No, that's because she's really not making trouble. She's just making sense, and it's hard for some people to accept.
Shut up, Magpie.
It don't matter what they're talking about, y'all. It could be deep into some type of conversation, which ain't very deep with them. Okay, let me take it. They could be into a puddle of a conversation. Magpie comes in, and Heidi will holler over everybody. That night, Valoma went up there. I think
it used to be Karen too.
Karen
used to do it too. Oh my, yeah.
Yes, and Heidi will holler, "Shut up, Magpie!" I'm like, "Oh my God, this ain't about you, Heidi."
Oh, Magpie, I love you.
It's a lie. Everything is about Heidi. Prayer hands for Heidi, please.
Tanga, I think we were talking that night. All of us were when we were watching it go down with the Karen. The way Purple described everything going on with Karen, if you didn't know any better, you would have thought her and Heidi fell out.
Right?
Change the name. That's all.
Karen seems like such a stressful friend. I just couldn't do that.
Mm-mm.
I almost felt bad for her. Almost.
I take it back like Purple takes back prayers.
Snatching and grabbing.
Well, I mean, somebody that's always in an emergency. It's an emergency. Everybody to the voice chat. Everybody to the voice chat. Like, why are you always in a state of crisis? Like, how does that happen? Over
Right.
YouTube.
Emergency.
I got a screenshot over there with the Jicks. I mean, seriously, over screenshots too. I can't. Look, I come here to laugh and have a good time. Sometimes things can get serious, but I try to not get that serious on here.
I had no idea Discord was like so stressful, and in people's Discords, like, how do you care about somebody that's talking to other people that you're not privy to the conversation? Why does that matter? I mean,
If you're
I'm baffled.
paranoid,
You gotta be paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be, because like, who cares? Like, our Discord people can have like conversations, secret conversations. We don't care. They can have them.
That's our plan, Diva. That's the one with the beer bottle.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I'm still allowed to talk about the beer bottle. I can't talk about the other thing, but I have permission to still mention the beer bottle. So I will every chance I get.
She put a cease and desist on you?
No, I'll
from
tell
the sound of those messages, she breaks a lot of bottles.
It's not about anything for Karen. It's about doing a favor for somebody else.
Oh,
that's all.
Okay. Well, okay. Anyway, Karen's crazy. Beer bottles are not. The bitch is thrown. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Whiplock. You a grifter and a scammer too.
Lip lock. What happened?
What the hell?
Oh, really, lip lock? Okay. I think that's the new thing for everybody over here. Grifters and scammers.
Everybody's a scammer.
We're gonna be talking about a grifter.
There she is.
About a grifter today. You just noticed that Pearl snuck in? She's been here.
Rise for the queen.
Me, I'm not here for another 2 minutes. Carry on.
Oh.
I was busy looking for sound effects, so.
Yeah, Pearl's here, but she's not here, guys.
Yeah, you didn't see that. Mm-mm. Now, what grifter are we talking about tonight? And I almost hate that word.
You know which one.
There's so many. Narrow it down.
The one that just suddenly created an island.
Oh, yeah.
It's your favorite one.
Dipshit Island, my favorite place to go.
Oh, the naked one? Naked Island?
Did she or did she not hijack that off Dolly?
She hijacked
100%.
that off Dolly, and then she hijacked it off of us.
Us?
Yeah.
When did we have an island?
We didn't. But where did we
I'm
go
on the nude beach.
Where did we vacation?
Oh, she did steal that from us.
They visited me at the nude beach.
Oh.
The Nut Beach.
Mm-hmm. And then suddenly, Ziggy has a nude island. Coincidence? I don't think so.
I still can't believe you had your legs in the air like that, Eliza. It's not very ladylike.
I don't like tan lines. You know, I gotta get it all like.
Well, look at me
everywhere.
showing my butt right there.
I know.
The cracks.
If my butt looked like yours, TJ, I'd be showing it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look at Pearl. She's over there laughing at Eliza's legs.
She's all pain.
Nah, she's laughing at
here just staring at me. We sitting there staring at me is the best. I love it.
Pearl's looking at you and saying, "Yeah, TJ, you got a good butt, but them boobs."
Oh yeah.
Yes. Naked and Terrified. And if they do
Sorry.
one more spin-off of that damn show, Naked and Afraid. Oh, God. All right. So, Pearl, I saw you put something in the chat. Okay, hold on. Okay. Somebody's got a dog.
Cracking. We are all loving Paloma, except for the pigeon.
Oh, sorry.
Pigeon's taking a couple hits.
Oh, yes, the Paloma. Shout out to Paloma. She has been on it lately.
She has been on it.
And her commentary comes really factual. I like that. Like she can break it down. And she's also funny. Drunky McDrunk.
Yeah, she's very smart and funny.
And she came up with so now there's there's always been the drinky drink, but now there's drunky drunk.
Drunky McDrunk from Drunksville. I wasn't ready for that, but
I know. I was like, oh.
She did cornbread, and I was there for it. I really was. I like Paloma.
Hey, TPE, honey, hope you're having a good day. Yeah, she's great. I like her too.
Hey, TP. Yeah, she really is. And let me just remind everybody, Paloma's been here, okay? So I'm hearing this thing. She's doing this just to grow her channel. She could have done that a long time ago if that's what she came for. She's been around. Believe that.
I can't believe she started going after Paloma simply because she disagreed with them.
Well, of course, I can. That's how they are.
There is no personal grudge there other than they wanted her to look into something she did and disagreed with them. That's it.
That's really how that went down.
And now they're coming for a mother who lost her child. It's so gross.
She has a very long post on her community tab that she just posted 15 minutes ago.
Ooh.
I'm trying to see it now.
But yeah, she's been here for a good minute. Yeah, Paloma is awesome. She's smart. She's got the knowledge. She's got the resources as well. When she speaks, it comes from a place of like she knows what she's talking about. What? How far? I hate that. Hold on.
She got an email sent to her.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Vile creatures have sent that email.
Oh, don't tell me. Is it an email from her son?
About her son, I swear.
I've not seen it. I'm just guessing. I know the MO of these scumbags.
Yep.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's not from her son. It's oh, I just lost it.
It's speaking about her son and how he would feel. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
And do we know who it's from?
I can take a pretty good guess. It says it's from somebody called Dakota Cody.
Well, that's her son's name.
That's her son's name.
Okay. Why does it say it's from?
They used that for an email address.
These people are so
they
low.
used it for an email address.
Look, this is the same MO.
It is.
And one of these days, the absolute proof is going to be out there of the person who's doing this. So I know who's listening right now. And I can't wait for you to be nailed to the wall. I really can't. And you can take that any damn way you please. While we're talking about Paloma and the way that they are trying to make threat happen? Yes, Paloma lost her temper and she said some terrible things. You might be shocked to know that quite often the parents of children that have lost their lives lash out over their children that have passed, whether that is because they've been taken by a murderer or by a machine, by any circumstance. It is a perfectly natural thing. The idea that you're all clutching your pearls over there about words just blows my mind. And I would suggest that you take your own advice. Can I just play a 2-minute clip?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
You know, people keep saying that. Oh, well, you said this. Yes, I've already said I said it. I've already apologized for it. And from now, I'm not even worried about it. I didn't do anything just because I said I was going to do something and I didn't follow through with it. You guys are acting like you're trying to crucify me for something that I didn't do. It was just said.
Wow. You old
Just
bird.
words, right?
Just words.
I
And
recall somebody else's words that people said, and I tend to agree, shouldn't be like held to the fire because of what the person was going through and continues to go through right now, where she said some things that probably isn't really how she always is. But she was going through and has been going through some really tough stuff for 2 years.
Yeah.
But somebody recorded a phone call and played it on the internet and tried to make this person seem like they were a bad mama. It wasn't a right thing to do. But you know, you see Purple, you see how people can lash out and be upset and say angry things because they're hurting and they're going through a lot. Do you see that?
I don't find what Paloma said that shocking. I mean, I'm sure.
I'm sorry, I don't, and I don't believe that they do.
I don't believe they do either.
It's performance.
Yes.
You're not that shocked. You're just trying to make threat happen. To copy we say about Fetch that is from Mean Girls. You're trying to make threat happen by any means possible because that's all you've got.
It's the reach. Again, the reach, but the arms are short. Look, I have said probably worse, and I just don't feel anything about what she said. I'm sure she had good reason. You just don't get that angry with somebody and say something like that without, I'm sure that they had a part to play. I don't know all the history. But I just didn't find it that alarming. I just really didn't.
Well, I don't think it was probably her finest moment, but
no, but we've all had them. The people preaching about it have had more than most.
Right.
You might specialize in the under the table psychological threat rather than the outright physical threat. But let's face it, when most people say, in fact, actually, I could use an example, but I won't because I daren't say her name without being accused of bashing her. But people quite often, when under pressure, say things, you know, that.
Right.
And it's a moment of pressure. And sometimes people have driven them to the point of saying something. I also find it quite interesting that it's one of the biggest bugbears, apparently, with Paloma is she speaks like she's reading it out of a book.
I know.
Shockingly, some people are educated enough to sound like people who write books.
Girl, I know. I said the same thing today. I'm like, oh my God, really? It sounds like she's reading out of a book. Guess what, dummy? Some people are that smart to where.
Who do you think wrote the book?
It sounds right. And maybe they have read books. She sounds like she's reading out of a book. You're so damn dumb. It can't be real. But it is. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Thank you, Paloma. That's what I was asking for. And nobody could give it. They wanted to have it clipped from other people's lives. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to see it, what happened before and after. What you said.
I think that if you want to do that, Paloma, that's great. But I tell you now, it doesn't make any difference to me. I don't need the larger context because I know exactly what the background of it is. You were nothing but kindness to these people. In fact, one of the people involved I know you supported financially in a very great way, amongst other people who were scammed out of money.
Yeah.
So it seems a little bit... I'm trying to control myself. I've not had a brilliant day.
I know, because I know who you're speaking of. And it's like, really? That's like, are we going to really take up for that person? I would have said worse. I'm just going to be real. But, oh well.
I just wanted
Glass
to.
House, I want to address you real quick while you're in here. I'm going to tell you something. Unseen. I wish you were, but you ain't. You keep popping up, showing up everywhere, interrupting my peace. I was going to be cool with you, okay? Coming in our chat. But you cannot keep yourself out of the mess. I saw what you said about Paloma. Lies. You just can't do it. So I'm actually not comfortable with you. If the mods could escort her out, I would be great with that because I'm sick of you. Nothing you do in a good place. It's always to kill, steal, destroy, and cause destruction. And I just don't want no part of it. It's just not working. I knew it
We've
wouldn't.
given her too many chances.
Yeah.
Even the quote on the screen annoys me because you are not the victim here, Unseen. You got yourself involved in a whole mess with Tony and Jackie, sending them email after email connected to us that made no sense whatsoever, including sending photographs of you and your partner. God knows why.
Right?
You are just so determined to be in the middle.
You don't remember the school
drama.
dance picture?
The what? The song and dance?
School dance picture. Sorry.
Oh, school dance.
She sent, I'm not kidding y'all. I'm just going to tell y'all what she done. She sent pictures of her and her partner, husband. I don't know what he is. Okay. Somebody she's married to, I guess. Or her. I'm afraid to say because last time we didn't even say nothing. She had to have a whole fit. But she sends channel holders these long emails that nobody can follow. And she thinks everybody else is stupid. Okay. And sends pictures of her. She sent pictures of herself with her husband. I'm going to say that's her husband. Why? Why are you sending people this stuff? It's very strange. Just nothing with you can. There's just no logic or reason. And I can't make this work. I don't even want to make this work. I just knew it wouldn't. And I hate calling people out when they come in the chat. And I've been good. Have I not, y'all?
You have. But
You have.
at some point, it had to stop. We have given her chance after chance after chance. I mean, we don't really...
I was really hopeful this time.
Block a bunch of people. But at some point, enough is enough. And Glass House, we've had enough.
I've been had enough of you.
Some general housekeeping. I just saw Widow's name go up the comments in the chat. I am not going to open that whole thing that happened yesterday, except to cover one thing. This perception that because Widow is comfortable and welcome here, that therefore she has spilt every single secret that she ever knows about any of you, is bizarre. The projection is real. You might demand that of the people who are around you. You go on about Trixie. I have never had anything to do with Trixie. I have never so much as passed comment with her in the chat. I don't know the woman except by reputation. I know nothing about her. Widow has never said anything to any of us about any of you. Our conversations have mostly gone around the whole fact that she's post intensive care syndrome, talking about that, talking about support groups, talking about the time it takes to recover. She's told us something about the background of her family, but nothing that involves anyone from what they would consider their side.
Right.
Please don't project your own demands and experience onto us. She's welcome, the person that she is. We don't dig into it. If she wants to talk about anything in her own time, she can. But mostly we've been concerned about the fact that she's been through an experience that some of us have been through that takes an awful lot of time to recover from. Just leave her alone.
And she's really into like nothing. She talks about nothing but the paranormal. She loves that stuff.
This is true. I tend to swerve that, but yes.
Yeah, so she does not give a damn about anything else. I promise you, I've never spoke to her about anything else.
Here's the thing. They can ask Matthew. We don't even ask. We don't ask.
No.
Right. That's what I was just going to get at, is that we have several people that we have become friendly with that used to be steadfast Purple viewers and have since decided that Purple just wasn't for them. And we've become friendly with several of them. And, you know, you could ask them. We don't ask. We don't ask them about any, you know, is there any secrets over in Purple Camp? I mean, what is that? Like,
it's really strange.
Really, you guys got a weird paranoia.
You're not going to be called in for an interview. What are you doing
over there? What are you doing over there that you are that paranoid that people are telling us? I mean, now you've got me wondering, because that's weird, right?
Makes you curious, doesn't it?
She what? What, Tanga?
I said it makes you curious, doesn't it? They're so worried about us finding out what they're up to. It's strange. What the hell are y'all doing?
Right, it does. It makes you wonder, what are you all doing? Because I really just don't care that much. I see
we're not that interested.
Behavior on YouTube. I don't care what you're doing behind the scenes, because I got a feeling it's worse than what we could ever see.
There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. I'm sorry, but anybody who wonders just how much goes on behind the scenes when they claim that they're not all in touch with each other, look at the magic way that Harper popped up, you know, like sort of appearing out of the stage like something in pantomime. So like her name was mentioned, and lo and behold, she's up on the panel. But of course, none of you are in contact.
Right? Right? How quickly that happened,
She's
right?
not on the internet. She's not on the internet at all. It was pure magical fluke. The 10 seconds that she was mentioned in conversation, she just happened to be flicking through the channels and then heard her name mentioned and joined the panel. It was all a coincidence.
Even if you go with the scenario that somebody texted her and said, hey, they're talking about you in purples, then how does she go back and say something that had been said earlier if she hadn't been watching it all along? You didn't have time to review all that prior to coming up if you had just found out that you were being mentioned. Your story, it's not how it works.
See Valoma's
story doesn't
comment?
hold water.
No, I'm looking.
Said that she was recently told that she was accused of sending the personal name docs of her to us months ago. And she just told her publicly that she had never done that. For the record, it was deleted. Yeah, she's never sent us anything.
Docs who?
I guess Unseen.
That lady.
Unseen, you doxed yourself months ago in that chat with your little Frank Foya thing.
Yeah, I don't know her, y'all. What I don't listen to her. I don't know, lady. She is very odd.
I'm sorry, I didn't pay any attention. She might well have docked herself. I've got no idea.
I couldn't tell you what her last name is, but I think I recall the first name.
And we made a new email, and barely anybody knew where we were or what our new email was. But within 48 hours, we had our first email from Glasshouse.
Yeah, of all people, at damn Unseen.
About being timed out.
About being timed out.
Well,
yeah. Blocked. Okay. You will not be coming
Make
back.
it clear.
I'm sick of you. It never changes.
Also, don't email us asking why you're blocked. Okay? We told you. Don't email us.
Don't send me no pictures. I don't care. Now, Tanga, she loves your videos about the dog. Let her lie to you.
I do like the dog videos. I hate that y'all pick on me. Listen to her. Just listen to her laughing.
She's so
her away over there in British. I hear it.
Tanga is
I hear the judgment in your voice.
That your dog has body parts named after her.
It ain't lying.
Oh, we're gonna bring
Right.
this up on, are we?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to explain to people why I'm laughing like a loon, because dog training is not this funny, and I don't want them to think that I've totally lost the plot. Unseen sent a video to Tanga in which she said to her dog, "Say hello to Tanga," whereupon the dog immediately put its mouth on its genital area. And ever since then, we've been euphemistically saying any sort of mouth to dick movement, you're saying hello to Tanga. So there you go.
Tanga hates us. She hates us. But
I've been getting trolled and trolled and trolled by my best friend.
But then, see, if you can make her some more of those, she loves them. Don't let her lie to you. Mm-mm.
Stop.
Oh dear.
I do the dog videos, and that's why I told her to like stick with those. It keeps her out of trouble, and her energy's different, but she just can't. She can't keep herself out of trouble. She can't do it.
It ain't gonna happen. It ain't a chance. She'll be over in the
And now she's got Pearl picking on me.
Yes, she'll be over in the animal sector emailing them people.
Look, I'm about ready to fight anyone.
Magpie, seriously, what do you want?
She's just making you feel comfortable, Magpie. You must be missing Karen something fierce.
I know Karen misses her. Mm-hmm. Everybody say hey to Karen.
I'm astonished that we haven't had another appearance of Karen. I thought she might even crank up her own channel and just get on there and do the thing. But, okay, do you want to...
Don't give her ideas, bro.
Hey, Grandma Sherry. You know
she could have like a beer bottle for an avatar.
She would have.
Pollyanna, Chris, I see there will be a mandatory meeting lately.
Oh, Tanga's going to be doing mandatory meetings, y'all. Emergency.
Guys, we're not handing out more wrenches. Look at the wrench thing going on in chat here. We're not handing out more wrenches until we grow in subscribership.
Yeah, we have enough. They're trolling us.
They would never. They would never. Not
German. Wrench promote us.
Oh yeah, we get trolled by our own chat. I love it.
Oh, speaking of trolling, I'm not going to mention the name of the person who emailed us wanting us to go after Glera. Several things. One, in your own email, you listed other channels that were discussing this very topic. So why would we want to cover a topic that is already being covered? Two, your charm. You overrate your charm significantly. You might have thought that you were charming us by saying that it needed our sort of investigative journalism and push onto it, except for the fact that you were obviously so underwhelmed and unimpressed by our research about heels that you scuttled straight back over there, licking at her feet and saying that you were glad to be back. So,
yeah. How does that work? That's embarrassing.
Our research skills obviously made very little impression on you at all. You just want us to be your bulldog. Dream on, move along.
Boom. You heard that? I concur. And that doesn't work for us, okay? First of all, we're not an investigative channel. This ain't the ID channel. This is some jokes.
No, it was something that intrigued us in the moment. And then it was like lifting up a rock and discovering a whole bundle of nasties. And then it just became a fascination to actually see how far this thing went. Speaking of which, I am so sick of the misinformation or misremembering, you can characterize it whichever way you want, of Heels speaking about the email that we sent to her. So I've actually made a separate subsection video, just deals with the email. You don't have to sit down and dig your way through 17 minutes to find it. I will upload it. In fact, if you want Girls, we can play it now. It's 4 minutes.
I would love to.
Yeah.
It is the context of exactly what happened with this whole situation of her saying that we threatened her by doxing her and sending her daughter's photograph. It is so extremely overdone that I feel that we have to go back and at least look at it.
Yeah.
So if I play that, and I will then upload it and make it public, you can peruse it at your heart's content. It is all there.
Yeah, I would love nothing more than for people to be like, damn, sorry, dummy, but you were proved wrong again, because she is still over there reaching so hard for this. And it just, people believe it. It's amazing.
And I would like to reiterate, we sent one email.
Just
one solitary email.
One.
Which you can read in this video and you can listen to. I took aboard the complaint that we were making people read. I'm heartily sorry about that. I know that it's a real problem for some of you. As this lady said, if I wanted to read, I wouldn't be on YouTube. Okay, ma'am, I've listened. This provides both reading material and a handy little voice, so you can close your eyes and dream on while listening. And not do any of that sort of awful word business. Okay, shall I just play it?
Yeah, but Pearl, you're out here making dreams come true for every idiot. I love you.
Welcome, Deets. We're on one today, girl.
Can I actually speak up for Deets? I feel Deets has really got the rough end of the stick. She held an open forum for people to discuss what was going on. And somehow that has cast her as sort of part of the hive of supervillains who've been hunting heels down. No, it was just a forum. You know, she invited people up to give their opinion and to consider the information that was out there. And surely that's what her channel is about.
It's obvious she's a supervillain.
How dare you give people a place to just express themselves without it being a conspiracy theory, Deets? What's wrong with you?
Well, I gather now that she actually lives in a hollowed out volcano and she has a white cat. And while she's broadcasting and inviting people up onto panel, she's stroking her white cat, rubbing the scar down the side of her face and planning to overthrow the world.
And screaming, "How fuck harder than you?"
Yes.
That's an inside joke. If you don't know Karen, then consider yourself lucky.
She wants a cape. I think she should have one.
And then you'll be accused of caping for someone.
Yeah.
Okay, shall I hit the button?
Yes, ma'am.
Long email with my daughter's picture on it, asking me to comment about people trying to dox me, and I can't remember what all it said.
Well, that would freak me out too.
Huh?
Well, that would freak me out too. Somebody,
yeah, I was kind of like,
you know,
a week ago, and I get a email from somebody called The Jerk, and they said, "We've got this video on you, and there's a blog, and are you going to say your real name?" And they said put my real name. I don't think they said, "Are you going to say your real name?" But we can connect that blog to your channel.
Email, subject, blank space, / renews it to. From, The Jerks, 2023 at proton.me. Sent to, 2heelsintheair@gmail.com. Sent on July 16, 2023. Sent with 4 image attachments. Hi, heels. I'm contacting you for a comment on the recent public doxing of you by JLR. It seemed obvious why JLR would try to reveal your real name and besmirch your character, and our first instinct was to disregard what he was saying. However, once it was confirmed that that was your real identity, and we saw the media connected with the name blank space, we became more confused. We know that that is the same name connected to Heels in the Air by legal documents. Your work in exposing the worst aspects of the true crime community is respected and on point. However, your earlier work via your site Renews It, a blog now viewed by invitation only, but active this year, as noted by the Internet Archive, is very uneasy reading. We know that that is your blog. Please see attachments. Everyone, of course, is entitled to their political affiliation. But there is a concerning thread in the things you chose to blog and fight for, or should that be against? Through Trayvon Martin, Kendrick Johnson, Mike Brown, Sean King, Tamir Rice, Francis Robles, your focus seems to be on delegitimizing black victims and the voices of people of color. Salon, BuzzFeed and more seriously, Snopes, describe you as a known white supremacist. Your work with Breitbart tends to support their claim. As does your podcast work. This thread lists some of your associations and your multiple suspensions from Twitter. Twitter.com link. I suppose our question is, why have you tried so hard to separate your past work from your current work? If you truly believe in your position, why hide it away? If you've had a change of heart, why not make that clear? As I stated at the beginning, we wondered if you had any comment to make on this information. We thought it only fair to contact you before making any move to share this information. We know there are at least 2 other creators who have similar research, but this isn't about being first, it's about being responsible. The Jerks.
So
I've
there's that.
genuinely never been more flabbergasted than when I was accused of sending a family photograph. We were all racking our brains. Who sent a photograph? Who sent a photograph?
I was like, we only sent the one email, correct?
Yes. And it was a public tweet that's still available. We had no idea. We just thought that was a musician. Also, the music is the same music that was on the last video. Somebody said in one chat, oh, that gotcha music makes me cringe. That gotcha music was me going, copyright-free music, 10 minutes.
Barbie on the West Coast said, is it proven?
I'm sorry, darling. What
Arby
did you
said,
say?
is it proven to actually be her daughter? No, and I don't want it to be. If
We
that's
don't
her
know.
child,
Yeah.
I don't
We
need.
don't know,
I don't
and
need
we're
any
not going to
confirmation.
disagree on that. I will take her at her word and say it was
Right.
purely a fuck up, but I have no intention of finding out whether it is or not. I don't go on private social media. It is not a thing. Everything that we looked at was public social media or Wayback Machine, her blog that had been public and was currently closed. I don't do the whole digging into people's personal life thing. It's just, it was not important. This was about linking to social media channels, a blog and YouTube. That's all. So anyway, I will put that up. People can peruse it at their own speed. And I hope that pretty much settles that. And no doubt there'll still be conversation about it, but I can't do anything about that. I can only show you what we sent.
It is what it is. I mean, but I'm tired of hearing all these things that just absolutely were not in the email. She was not threatened. She was asked for a response. She gave us one. It wasn't, one we expected, but hey, it was a response. It helped us to know which way to go forward after that.
Deets, you didn't make it worse at all. You said what you thought it looked like at a quick glance, and Tiffany in the chat then picked up on the whole, they went into her LinkedIn thing, but she would have picked up on something, so don't worry about it. I'm not.
Yeah.
And I forgot what I was going to say, so it couldn't have been important. Carry on, darlings.
We have a new troll.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
I think it's my favorite little trolling prodigy.
I think so too.
Oh yes, what I was going to say was in that video, the one thing that was said by Heels in the chat, and you see it on screen because it was in Deets on the Streets, and it's there on the screen. It says essentially that this made her feel that her family was going to be gone, and I just thought that was such an extreme response, an over exaggeration.
Wait, it was gone after.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was ridiculous that we would go after her family. They may not share her views. They're not on YouTube. All those things. Why? It doesn't make sense.
Right. Are we ready to move on to Grifter Island?
Absolutely. Yeah. This should be fun.
I'm
Have
sure
you all
by
been
now...
following along with the Grifter Island? I encourage you to call in and place your votes.
I don't know. Soup, I've put a whole load of a bunch of links in the private chat if you can.
Soup's not up here right now. She lost power and we have to wait for her. So if you need Soup's computer, we're gonna have to wait for Soup.
Okay.
I know.
I suppose we'll
She's
start
got weather.
Hang on then.
Okay. Yep, almost called. Almost. Well, I encourage you to call. Yep. Call and place your vote.
Okay, I want to start off with the most inconsequential thing, really, but the thing that made me laugh from the start. This is the 10 people who became the contestants on Getting Ziggy with It Nude Island. I just found it interesting, the way that this list was made. You will see a constant theme as we go through things, that Ziggy is funneling your perception to her and Justin winning. I mean, there's absolutely no reason for the list to be made like this at all, because if you look at it, well, if I give you this next... Those are the lists if they were actually either by vote number or alphabetical. As you can see, Ziggy would be fifth, mid-table in the voting, and last if it was alphabetical. So, of course, she disregards both normal systems that people would use and just puts herself on the top. But then again, most creators who do this sort of game don't include themselves. Even Dolly, who originally included himself, realised that it was not going to work that way and took himself off the island. But no, not Ziggy. Ziggy's going to be there to the bitter end.
Okay, Wee's asking, can we explain what it is for those that don't know? So Ziggy is holding. Go ahead, Pearl.
I was going to say, right, this is essentially a rip-off of Dolly's game, Turtle Island, which itself is a rip-off of, is it Survivor?
Yeah.
It's a money-making scheme, essentially. That's what it's about. And it involves a group of YouTubers, hypothetically, being put on a hypothetical island, and people will either... There is some free voting. You can vote online or you can phone in and vote. But the aim is to get you to buy a membership, because that will give you the most votes, will give you more votes, unless you decide that you want to PayPal or Venmo. That will give you the most votes. You will get double your votes. In fact, Liza, if you'd like to read out this list of rules, you can see what a money-making grab scheme it is.
Yeah, it's okay. So rules on getting Ziggy with it nude. I assume it says island underneath the picture, but I'm not sure.
Yes, this is Nude Island.
Call in to get 1 vote towards saving or voting off a contestant. Use member chat for 1 vote towards saving or voting off. New membership is 5 votes towards saving or voting off contestant. You may break up those 5 votes by splitting them between contestants. Sorry, it's really hard to read on the background with the color font she used. Super chat is 1 vote per dollar towards saving or voting off. Donating by Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo will get you 2 votes per dollar towards saving or voting off. May split between contestants at donator's discretion. Correct answer to a trivia gives you 1 vote towards saving or voting off. Bonus.
It's Summer
there
Wells
we go.
trivia. It's Summer
this
Wells.
is my, yeah. Tanga's right. Before I move on to the bonus, the questions that are being asked are about a missing child and details about her case, and even some rumor stuff. It's really gross. Anyway, so then down here to the bonus. First 12 to donate $5 or more through Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo will get you entered for $25 through one of the aforementioned payment platforms. So you must, and she's got this wheel that you can see up in that top picture there. If you donate $5 or more through the payment methods that are not on platform, so wouldn't be through YouTube. If you donate $5 or more, you can get a spot on the wheel. And once she gets 12 people, then she will spin the wheel, and somebody will get $25. So Ziggy gets at least 60. And then a winner gets 25. But that's against the rules.
Well, yeah, what's
for
intriguing
YouTube
about this is that we're talking about somebody here who has already had a visit from the Indiana Gaming Commission when she held an illegal raffle. I believe that this thing that she's doing now is not only technically an illegal gaming game, but also against YouTube's contest policies and guidelines.
And you want me to read them all, or just skip down to
no,
the one
just the pertinent ones, I think.
Yeah, I think the biggest rule here is your contest must be free to enter. Don't forget to check your local lottery laws. So,
and that specifically doesn't
you cannot charge $5 to get a spot on your wheel of chance. You can't
use the argument that there are free votes, because the important aspect of it is there are paid votes. That's what the law is dealing with. You can't sort of use your free vote aspect as protection for your paid vote aspect. One is legal and one is illegal, and they don't cancel each other out, however much you might like them to. That's not how the law works. But it won't stop her. No doubt somebody will eventually report her, and then it will be a huge calamity of how she's stalked and victimised. And you could always attempt to follow the rules. Just a thought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the biggest one is really that wheel that she's doing, where she insists that in order to be on the wheel, you've got to donate $5 or more off platform to have a chance to win anything on the wheel. That's a clear violation. Now, her being able to cast votes, I'm not sure. I'm not real clear on, she does have a way for them to enter free, but then if you pay, your votes are valued at a much higher rate. And especially if you pay off platform, then you get double votes if you don't go through YouTube. There's a lot of problems with it.
There are. One of the problems is that there's no way of checking the amounts that are actually technically going through by PayPal and Venmo. Dolly skirts the legality issue quite cleverly. He only deals with super chats and super stickers. And the argument would be that you are giving that money to him anyway and merely requesting that he considers somebody's vote. Also, there's no cash prize. So it's not gaming in the same circumstance. It's very fine. I mean, he really is tiptoeing the line, but it is all apparent. It's on the surface. Everybody can see exactly what's going on. It's the background stuff that is a problem. He doesn't do any cash apps and PayPals for votes.
I think Pearl, I think he does.
Does he? In which case, he's in trouble.
I do believe.
The only time I saw, I've got to hold my hand up here. I do not watch him. I watched it very early on, and it was all in the chat. If he's actually doing that, then he's also, depending on what his local laws are, he might want to research what his actual local gaming laws are. Oops. You're roboting, darling.
I think what she's trying to say is that Jeet says, I think he skirts it because you can call in for free and vote on his channel also. So you don't have to technically spend money. Yeah, but when they're doing these Cash App things, like, you can only call in. They'll only let you call in one time. So in order to be competitive, you've got to spend money.
Does he actually give a cash prize at any point?
No.
Because I think that might be the real deal breaker as to where the legality lies. And we know for a fact that is the plan with this one. So,
yeah, I don't believe that there's any cash prize involved. And I don't, because I'm not a regular viewer of Dolly. I had peeked in and not really on this season of Turtle Island. Last, I kind of was. I don't even know if it was last. I don't know how many times he's done it. The first one that he did, I watched several different episodes because I was kind of entertained by it. But I don't recall the prize being cash. I think it was just bragging rights was going to be the
There was some sort
prize.
of belt, wasn't there? But nobody who entered to vote got any sort of money back thing. There was no
Mm-mm.
there was
Right.
no raffle aspect to it.
Not that I'm
And I
aware
think
of.
that's where it probably skirts the law. But also, I don't know whether he's ever had a visit from his local gaming commission and used the excuse that he didn't know. He's probably still got that one in his back pocket, but Ziggy doesn't, because Ziggy's already had a visit from the gaming commission, and that I didn't know thing is not going to fly twice.
Right. Yeah, they keep it in the notes that they've already given you the warning.
Celine Dijon wants to know what makes it a nude island. I don't know, but I hope that's not a prize as well.
Yeah, true.
I think it was just an extra thing to sort of draw attention. What I would
I
say
saw
is
the list and I looked at that list and I was like, which one of these contestants would I be interested in meeting on a nude beach? And
none.
that was my answer. Not a single one.
About 99.9% of the whole world population, I wouldn't like to meet on a nude beach. Not just from their aspect, but also I wouldn't like to inflict myself upon them.
Fair enough, right?
No. The list does not make any sense to me at all. Let me just go back to the list. I mean, does anybody really think this is the actual list? No Benny Keys, no Tiffany Marie, no Cher. I find it really hard to believe that no one sort of really these people got the most votes. It just boggles my mind.
No chasing, no
Josh. I would have thought the lab would have.
Right. It's an interesting list.
And I certainly know for a fact that Six Up got more votes than the actual votes that were listed. Ziggy made a big point that she didn't delete any votes. I can believe that. Because usually you tend to farm these jobs out, don't you?
Yeah. Ziggy didn't count
There's not a
on.
whole lot.
I'm sorry, darling, you're really roboting, or it's my hearing, but I can't make out what you're saying, darling.
If Ziggy didn't count on people coming forward and saying, wait a minute, I voted on that Google voting thing. I voted for 6up. But what did she say? 6up only got 6 votes? Is that what she said?
I believe so, but I'm positive that it was more than that.
It was more. Yeah, it was.
And we still have no soup.
No soup.
She did leave
That
a
means she has
message.
no power.
These damn storms. Well, for those of you who haven't had the delight of watching Ziggy Island, I will give you the Jerks adapted intro for you to enjoy.
Welcome to
Why is Summer's picture on there? I know that wasn't your choice.
Why on earth would you put Summer's image in the middle of this? But you know, I shouldn't be surprised because the cringe is real. I just want to show you just some of the cringy aspect, including questions about Summer. The first episode of Ziggy's Nude Island is currently privated because of the fact that she was doxing people, which we'll go into in a minute. But she also was asking questions like what drink was on the back seat with Summer.
Right.
And I snipped a couple of examples of pure Ziggy cringe from the last episode, including, again, more questions about Summer.
Did you see who joined us?
I feel like I'm forgetting something. Waiting on the next caller. Don't be scared. I'm trying to think of a question. Okay, how about this one? What clothing item did Kathy have that Candace now has that people are all talking about and think needs to be turned into TBI and all that?
The jacket. The swimsuit.
Yes, the swimsuit. Ding, 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 ding. All right. Do you want another vote for Daisy?
Yep, vote her off.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's see. What is Summerwell's full legal name?
Summer Moon Utah Wells.
All right. You want to use your other vote for Daisy as well, or?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling in.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You guys decided on the 10 creators. We did a vote, but I'm trying to think of a way to make it so we can spice it up a little bit. And maybe, I don't know, maybe a plane crashes and, it all of a sudden we have a couple other ones.
What the hell?
Yes, a plane crash. What could be more fun? Nothing traumatizing to anybody out there.
No. Wow.
I could have included about 20 clips of her just being absolutely cringe, but I thought one was enough. The questions about Summer. So this is going to be a consistent theme because it was in the first episode and it's now in the second, and she just doesn't have any shame about it. Another concerning thing is the fact that she doesn't give a damn that she's doxing people. I put a link in the back. If Six Up can share that would be fantastic.
You probably have to re-share it.
I did just reshare it.
Okay.
You're a treasure.
I have it. Okay. All right, are y'all ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Everyone, I know. Yes, she is. So if you call, please remember your phone number is being shown live on the internet. You should probably press star 67 first. I think that's what it is. So let's just
However,
yeah,
she made it clear she has an app.
Just seen that. So make sure you protect yourself. Yeah, duh, Ziggy. Sorry, go ahead, Eliza.
I was just saying that she has an app. She said, "Oh, I have an app. You guys are blocking your number when you call in, but I can see who's calling."
Yeah.
Ziggy.
I want to vote Ziggy off, please.
Okay, would you like to do a trivia? Okay, so
What's with that laugh?
That was totally me.
the first round was privated because of there was phone numbers shown, and for some reason when I go to edit it, YouTube won't let me blur it. I still have to, actually, I need to try again. I'll get it back fixed. I'll figure something out. I'll have to take out a bunch of it to make sure that there's nobody's phone numbers was shown.
You want me to keep playing this one? I'll play the rest of it.
Yes, we'll get all the doxing out of the way in one go. This is now the second episode. She still hasn't got this sorted.
Ziggy. Oh. Okay, thank you. Save Trevor. Okay, so hold on one second. Let me fix that. Thank you so much for letting me know that. I forgot that I had shared my
So I'll just put it on the screen again, just in case you missed it first time.
She kept doing it.
I forgot that I had shared my screen and was anyway. So you say you want to save Trevor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unbelievable. And I would make a safe bet that it's going to carry on through every episode. If you're intending to phone in, I think star 67 was it that you said was the...
Yeah. Star 67 before dialing the number.
Also, I don't think that she ever fixed that live. She actually came back because, as you guys know, I've been covering Grift Island. She has not. She made it unlisted. She came back and she said that she tried to edit it out with the blob, but she couldn't do it. She'll try again, though, guys. Yeah.
She's waiting for somebody else to do it.
Right.
That's her MO.
It is, and I've got a section of clips to end with that is just absolutely typifies the relationship that the subs have with Ziggy, which I can speak on from personal experience. But the fix is in. I've said to you before that you're being funneled to think of the winners already as Ziggy and Justin by the way that they are put at the top of the list and the way that they appear first in the opening credits. But if you have any doubt that the fix is not in, watch this selection of clips, which consist of making it clear that the online vote will finish early, so the paid votes can make sure that Ziggy doesn't get voted off. And then her rounding up her regulars to make sure that they phone in and contribute. If you want to hit the button.
Yeah, and anytime you guys want me to pause, just let me know. I'll just be back here. Okay.
We will turn off voting for the link like 15 minutes before, so people can see with those votes added in what we're at. So vote who you want off the island.
Wow, unbelievable.
Trying to message a few people that I know who want to be here. Jam, are you here?
Bring your wallet, Jam, bring your wallet.
And you know what's truly mind-blowing? This is speeded up. I listened to this in real time.
Hey, RJ.
And I'm not bitter much.
Hey, RJ, did you bring your wallet? You got PayPal?
Come on. I know, Sheba, you're being summoned. Sheba, let's see, who else needs to call in?
Right, Deets? It's hard to watch.
Don't like how she talks to Jinkies.
Sheba, the amount that you have
Are they
paid
real,
hand
like,
over
blood
fist for that edible
sisters?
edible bouquet that you were sent. You could have bought yourself 15.
Like,
Right, Paloma? Oh, who could it be?
Ziggy.
Hey, Ziggy, it's Michelle.
Hey, yay! And I
Oh,
saw your Venmo too. Who did
Michelle.
you vote for on? Save?
So
Okay,
I'm
how many you
saving
wanted?
10 for saving you.
Well, you get 40 votes because it's 2 per 1 if it's through Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. So.
Oh, dang. Oh, yay. Okay. So let's do 20 to save you.
Okay, so.
Obviously. And then let's do 20 to kick Daisy, even though that makes me really sad because she seems like a sweet lady, but she's also kind of a wackadoodle. So I think I'm going to kick Daisy. And then you can play that obnoxious bell.
Okay. Let me ask you a trivia question.
Okay, I'm on the spot. I'll try.
Oh, they're pretty easy. Let's see. What army is Prayer Garden the spokesperson of?
Are you
What
fucking
army?
serious?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I guess
Satan's army?
Who?
Satan's army?
That was a good one.
Do I get a bonus point?
It's the wrong answer.
Man, I almost want to count that, but Summer's army, supposedly, she thinks she's a spokesperson of, I guess.
Oh, now I feel so bad.
Wow.
Yeah, I messaged a few people. I'm like, come participate. Nobody's participating. I know, right?
I'm going to take the opportunity to pause right there and say, hey, Ziggy, this was round 2. And round 1, you had a lot of participation because 6 Up was live and had like 200 people. You only had like 60. If you would have just not rescheduled your live and let us interact with your contest, it would have probably worked out better for you. But
we're hella entertaining.
She did say that she'd made a mistake moving it back 2 hours.
I didn't hear that. That's beautiful to hear.
I have a Venmo here.
She got a Venmo.
But this person didn't vote. I don't know who's. Sheba, who do you want to vote for? You get 20 votes, Sheba. Ziggy.
Hello.
Hey, is it Sheba?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm glad you just called in. I'm gonna add you to the list here too. So you have 20 votes so far. Well, 21 because of you calling in. So who would you like to vote for?
Oh, PG, of course.
All of them?
All of them.
Oh, buddy. She's at 4, and so that's 21 votes is 25.
25.
And let's see, with voting, Daisy is leading with 9 votes, but Prayer Garden has 5. So it's a close one. Like Prayer Garden and Daisy are pretty much tied, pretty close to tied. So, let's see. What am I gonna ask?
So we need more people. So we need more people to call in and get rid of PG.
The trivia question in a moment nearly did me an injury. I laughed so much. But listen out for the trivia question. I'm not saying that Ziggy knows their audience. Yeah, carry
on. Let's see. What is Trev Time's name?
Oh gosh, don't even ask me. I have no idea.
Oh my God.
I am not joking.
I thought that was a ridiculous question because it has his name in the question. I was like, well, kind of.
I hope he's not here watching, but I have never ever watched him.
So clueless.
Consider yourself blessed. You're blessed.
Thank you for listening to. She's one of the people I messaged, and I'm like, come on, come participate. Nobody's participating. Nobody's calling in. Oh wait, scaredy cats. No. She got it right the first time. Where is? Oh, there's. All right. Real quick, let me
Scaredy cats.
show you guys the votes that came in on the form. There was only 33 responses. JC had 14. Ziggy had 7. Program 9. Jinkies 1. Trev Time 1. And Cracking Cases 1. And I've added those in for a grand total of, we have the totals now, so these are the correct totals. So the person booted off the island this round is Daisy. To do it all of Daisy.
So far, we have lost Smiley and we've lost Daisy. So it seems to be standard that they're picking off all the women early. I think there's one last.
Did you send me another?
Let me just grab it.
I really don't think that there's any transparency with her games of Blowoma, but anybody feel free to disagree.
There's no transparency whatsoever. Anybody who thinks this is anything more than a money-making exercise, I think Six Up summed it up perfectly when she said, this is the most outrageous grift yet, because it is somebody who has put themselves on the island and expect normal subs who are already buying membership to pay every week to keep her on the island and let her win. And you just wonder at the ego of somebody who can assume that people will do that. And I'm really sad to find that people are actually doing it. But I shouldn't be surprised because as somebody who got sucked into doing stuff, I put together a few clips that just is a perfect example of how you will do a job for Ziggy that she's asked you to do, and she will then disregard it because she hasn't got the energy. You know, like you put together a graphic, she can barely be bothered to click the button to upload. The person who's made questions for this, their hard work is denigrated. It's just absolutely classic Ziggy. Every single clip here is just classic.
I will also.
Carry on, darling.
I'm sorry. I will also point out that when Dolly did his island, Dolly didn't keep track of the votes. Somebody else was in charge of counting votes and keeping track of who got a vote, on, who got a vote off, that sort of thing. And somebody else calculated it all up. Dolly didn't have his hands in that part.
Whereas here we have somebody who is a contestant running the game, profiting from the game, telling you what the results of the game are. It's just, yeah, I don't have words for it. It's, why are people doing this? I don't understand.
I mean, it's not like people haven't been warned. And D2 asked if I had those specific clips. I have a highlight clip. I'll drop that, but I covered the first round, not the second round on my channel. And that's as far
as a lot
as
of this is from the second round. I can tell because of the wheel.
I would urge you to go and watch Six Up's highlight video because it's fantastic. It's hysterical. The biggest mistake Ziggy made was becoming too proud and moving her live back a couple of hours because she couldn't deal with the trolling. And consequently, she had less interaction than she had in the first one.
Are you ready for this one?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Please.
This is Grift Island. Who does the work?
I'm going to change that picture. Currently, let's see. I do have another picture and stuff to use, but since Smiley's not on it anymore, but I didn't have a chance to change it. So
I didn't have a chance to
false.
change it.
Sam smokes cigarettes.
Oh, does he
I
smoke?
guess he does. That's what it says here. The person made it. Is that correct, guys? Okay, people are saying
I thought it was a trick question.
No, he smokes. I thought he did too. Somebody made the questions for me, to help me out, but I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I'm out of here.
It's kind of distracting to have to come up with think up a question. I mean, I have a list of some, but some of them I don't think are stuff that most people would know, really. I'm trying to think of a different way to integrate the trivia questions, though. And what I mean by that is a more smooth way or a different way to ask.
Smooth.
Not during the call-ins. But if anybody has any ideas for the game, go ahead and email them to me. I utilize people's ideas all the time.
Can you change the rules of
You
the
guys
game
send me your
after it's
ideas
begun?
for cool little things to add into the game to make it more exciting.
I mean, seriously, can you change the rules? What about the people that got kicked off that didn't have those other rules in place?
Did you notice there? Somebody made her graphic that can only be used for that 1 week. They spent the time to make the graphic and she was too busy to upload it. In her busy sleep and eating schedule, she could not get around to uploading a single graphic that somebody else had made.
Even after postponing for 2 hours? She couldn't find the time?
Yeah,
Wow.
Busy,
Ziggy.
It takes a long time to upload that singular graphic.
Wow.
Somebody else made the question list, but that's still not good enough. She doesn't think that the questions are things that everybody would know. Well, if you can't tell the name of Trev Time, then they probably are going to be a bit too difficult for you. Along the lines of how many fingers do you have? Of course, that's a trick question because some of the people phoning in will have 6. So yeah, you make the questions for her. It's not good enough. She doesn't like the way that the questions are integrated into the game, which somebody else suggested. She would like you to suggest how her game could be more exciting. God forbid she sit down and do any thinking herself or indeed any work. It takes your breath away. Please, make my game for me. Phone in and play my game for me. Pay for my game. Make me the winner. And you're all going to sit there and do it.
All
and
of the
part of me is
above.
sympathetic because I was where you are last year. But part of me is thinking, for fuck's sake, how much is it going to take before you wake up?
Right. You're exactly
By
right.
the way, the person who wrote her trivia questions for round 1 was the Burn Barrel lady, KK Crime, otherwise known as. She's also the woman who said that if you were a veteran, the only way you could be a veteran was if you were in combat. She said that.
Yes.
Sounds like a real smart one.
Mm-hmm. I'm always blown away by how these people find each other. But hey, we found each other too, so.
I was going to call Burn Barrel as Dirk too, but even I'm not that dim. So, but yeah, she will carry on working. She will let you work and work and work and do stuff for her, and it will never be good enough. The vast majority of it will never be used. So as long as you're ready for that.
Mm-hmm. And she will complain about what you've done.
Oh, yes.
It won't be good enough.
Even though you specifically do it the way that she wanted it done, it still won't be right.
Right.
But it will never be so bad that she's motivated to actually do anything herself.
Right. I can't imagine anything that Pearl would turn over to us that I'd look at and go, you know what I mean? Or not
Never.
use. She's so brilliant.
Never.
What a dummy, Zig. What a dummy.
If my body would just cooperate, I would be a force to be reckoned with. But thankfully for the world, that's not happening. That and my laptop.
You already are.
Oh dear. In fact, actually, somebody says here while she's taking a nap, the only thing that truly surprises me is that Ziggy manages to sit upright and answer the phone. I'm surprised that she hasn't found some way for somebody else to do that.
It's true.
Some sort of AI. She's probably got somebody writing the script for her right now, the code.
Right.
So yes, I don't know how many weeks this will drag out, but
I was going to say before I hop down, she did say that in the beginning, what I seen, that she wanted to do this a couple times a week. It was all depending on what they're willing to do. So again, it's up to you, Pay Piggies. How many games do you want to play? How many games do you want to play this week? And how much do you want to pay for those games? It's all up to you. Is that all you needed to be played tonight, Pearl?
yes, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. I must get more sort of on top of stuff, but it was a last minute thing, and I really appreciate it, Six Up. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you,
You're
Six Up, for
welcome.
coming
You're
up and
welcome,
sharing your
ladies.
screen.
And
I
go
love you
back
guys.
in and
We do
watch.
appreciate
I'm going
it.
back to moderating.
Okay.
It
you
is
have
so
you
good.
have
you
one
guys.
of those coveted wrenches, don't you?
I do, and I'm going to go rub it in right now.
Okay.
With a flash
Let
her wrench
Magpie
off
know.
to future daughter-in-law Haven.
Oh.
Yeah, go back and watch Six Up's coverage of the first episode because it was entertainment value off the scale. The only way I will in future be able to watch any coverage of this fucking island will be via Six Up because it was entertaining. I watched the second episode on my own while trying to get clips, and I went into the Discord and said to them, I hate the world.
She did.
She did. She doesn't complain a whole lot, but on
No.
days where she has to just hear the same stuff over and over and over, sometimes she does throw a couple zingers there. And
Yep.
Yes. Not the most entertaining or relaxing voice ever. And then there was that metal bowl that she kept banging. For those of you who've had the misfortune to watch Empress Ziggy read tarot cards, it was that one of those metal singing bowl things, but she was clanging the side of it because it was meant to be like Daisy Cowbell. Yikes. It almost makes me want to go and watch Aggressive Pigeons.
Aggressive pigeon.
Wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so
I love that. That makes me laugh every time.
Every
That was me
time.
earlier today. Ready for a fight. I gather I didn't have the misfortune of seeing more than the briefest clips. That a certain it is a full moon today, I gather. And last night the moon was on for 7 hours.
6.5.
A brief live of 7.5 hours.
Just a
Yeah,
few
it was on
minutes,
for
guys.
6.5. Just a few
I
minutes.
believe the title was just a few minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yikes. Yes, Grandpa
Yeah, it was
wanted you
something.
know.
It was something. Six hours later.
With the SpongeBob voice.
Yes. I don't even know what it was about. Was it sort of widow or Veloma or a mix of everything?
Both.
Both.
It was on Widow, and then it went to Veloma, where they tried to say, what did they try to say? Oh, that Veloma said that Tony's behavior was okay. And I said, I watched Veloma's entire life. Veloma never said it was that Tony's behavior was okay. Matter of fact, she said that Tony's behavior was not okay. And then they said, Jenna said, I'm going to play her live. I'm going to play her whole live. And I simply said, okay, but if you're going to play it, you better, commentate properly or she will strike you. And then they were like, what did she tell me? I don't even remember what she responded back to me. Like they'll do what they want. She don't care about her channel and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I didn't say she was going to strike you. I said, use it under fair use properly. I don't think she has a problem with that. But if you use it improperly, she'll strike you.
Paloma says they tried to say all kinds of stuff that's not correct. I laugh at their attempts to twist anything I said. That's kind of their thing, honey. Getting it wrong.
And then she plays it and she never gets to the part where Veloma says that Tony's behavior was okay, or that she excused Tony's behavior in any way. Never, while she was playing that, streaming that live, did I see her make the point that she was playing the live to make. But,
I think it's time for a dance.
Okay.
I was going to ask about this. Mr. Holder has made quite a splash for himself, hasn't he?
Oh, he has. He's garnering many, many fans.
He doesn't seem to have a very good grasp on copyright law.
Right? Since he hid that video, right? That it looked like he had stolen straight off of Tragedy Pimp's page.
Which was incredibly, I mean, the irony was rich. A man who was lashing out at everybody else for supposed copyright infringement just wholesale rips off somebody's video.
Yeah. And then when I was going to share it with LipLock, the link with LipLock. And when I went to do it, I go to the thing and suddenly this video has been made private. I went, son of a gun. because I wanted Lip Lock to see it because it was a total ripoff of TP's video. He deleted his account, the whole thing. Wow, interesting. Interesting.
That is interesting.
I
Yeah, he's
think
been
he's
raising
the
a
man.
ruckus.
Yeah, he's a man who overplayed his hand in a section of YouTube that he had no idea would stand up and say, "Excuse me."
Well, he messed with Michelle.
Yes. I can imagine Michelle being quite formidable if you cross her.
Mm-hmm. I believe so. I mean, if she knows she's right and she's, she tries to be careful and do all the things, and you're not going to say her work is yours and copyright strike her for her work. I mean, she's not going to play with that, and I'm happy to hear that. I really am.
NJ Robin, you'll be pleased to know that will be back on our channel sometime this week.
What I missed what. Oh,
video of our skit of all the characters with Brenda behind the wall stall.
The
parody.
That is another thing that I saw in Jenna's live. I happened to take an accidental nap last night, too late, So I woke up real late. Nobody was in Discord to chit chat with. So I wandered around. I saw Jenna live, and I listened in. And so I did talk a little bit in there, but one thing that did come out of there that I found interesting is Jenna and Shining both said that they thought our parody was funny. That was the first that I've heard them admit that. I mean, the only one I had heard say it was funny was Amy and Colleen, back when Colleen used to frequent that channel. But I was pleased to hear that they do have a little bit of a sense of humor. They said they're going to do a skit, and for us not to get all butthurt about it. And I said, no worries.
Okay.
Like, we have a sense of humor. If it's funny, we'll laugh. But
It would not bother me at all. Parodies don't bother me. I would prefer not to be Dutch, but I don't mind.
You're probably going to be Dutch.
I'm probably going to be Dutch.
But,
I will get my wooden clogs and my plait ready.
I am looking forward to a couple of parodies that we have, kind of been kicking around doing. So those will be coming in the future. I'm looking forward to getting back to the silly stuff again.
Eliza, have you been causing people to have breakdowns again?
The jerks cause breakdowns on YouTube. Yep. Because you're vile. I know. I don't know what's up with that. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, all right. Darn it. I know Tanga's saying really cool stuff, but it's just coming out like, is it R2D2 or C3PO? I never get them correct, but she sounds like one of them.
R2D2.
R2D2. You sound like R2D2, Tanga. I was never a Star Wars fan. I'm sorry.
I love Star Wars. I like Star
I think
Trek.
we've lost at least 2 of our number because of storms. I believe both TJ and Soup under the storm zone.
Yeah, I saw it.
There you go. No, you don't.
And I think Tanga is somewhere on the border of the storm zone. Well, ladies,
You
I'm
guys share.
about 10 minutes before I turn into a pumpkin. Is there anything
Well,
else that you...
well, let's talk about, there was another topic I wanted to cover, and that's the rotten peach. Did you guys see the rotten peaches?
I heard about it. I tried to watch it, but the chat didn't load, and I can't stand watching things where the chat doesn't load because so much of the context is missing.
Exactly.
But I just thought it was an unfortunate attention grab from somebody who's really getting to an age where she should know better.
Right?
I don't know. It may take her a
I
while.
mean, to just get up there and to dish on your family, even when she is fully 100% aware of what time of year it is. It was disgusting. I'm sick and tired of family members coming on YouTube and putting out their dirty laundry and throwing each other under the bus. It's gross. People that get behind that or egg it on, they're eventually going to get back together with their family. The family's going to come back together because blood is always thicker than water. And you're going to be all crying about how they broke your heart. They were your ride or die. You would have done anything for them. But they dumped you and went back to their family. Stop it. It's gross. And I'm seeing it far too much on YouTube and in situations that a member of the family is not real mentally strong at the moment, and y'all drag other family members on YouTube. You make lives about it, and then when you don't get enough views on your channel, you take it to another channel and play it there. What's wrong with you? And then you're like, well, I know she's not like mentally healthy, but neither am I. I got mental problems too. Well, then knock it off. What are you doing? You not only exploit your aunt, but you exploit yourself. Stop it.
Well said, 6 Up. Well said.
What about when your kids are old enough and going looking around to see what mommy used to do on YouTube? They're going to be embarrassed. Because that's embarrassing. That's my opinion on the rotten peach.
Yep. I agree.
I'm afraid I do agree. And while I understand that any sort of diagnosis, minor or major, of any health issue can be a problem, probably more than most. Family history is not essential to getting treatment. You may feel it is to you psychologically, but honestly, it's not. Every case, even of issues that are caused genetically through the family, has to be judged as an individual case and treated as an individual case. That is not just meant as something to criticize you, but is also meant to offer some sort of comfort. If that was genuinely part of your motivation, you shouldn't worry about it because doctors will treat you as an individual case. Personally, I suspect it was an excuse that you gave once it all started to go a bit sideways, in which case, have a bit more self-control. Don't use your health issues as a shield. It's something that we see everywhere on YouTube, and something else that could do with stopping.
Right. It's a
Has
real
your
problem.
Timu art arrived? Somebody just mentioned.
Oh, I don't think so. Maybe tomorrow. I haven't
can't
tracked
wait.
it today. I've actually been very busy, but so I didn't. I'll track it later. I'll take a look and see where it's at and shipping. But it should be soon. It'll be here this week sometime. That's for sure. If not, guess what? I get $5 off my next order. I'm not probably going to make, but should I want to?
Perhaps it's actually being delivered by pigeon.
That would be so funny. Then I'm going to get shit
Speaking
on.
of which, I had a very special gift given to me by Linny.
Oh, yeah?
Which was this delightful hat that she posted in the Discord.
It protects you from getting pooped on. It's lovely.
I love
It's
it.
not so much a hat, more a sort of poop shield, it would seem.
I'm going to have to get me one of those, apparently, because I've
That
been
is
warned.
funny. I love it. Yeah, I did get something from Temu. Sorry, don't mean to mention that name. It's very nice, though. It's for my
Robin
cover.
Robin wants to know if you have your rap song up here, Pearl.
I don't have it loaded up here, but I will make sure that I've got it loaded up for the next time. And this is still a problem with us moving stuff over and only realising we haven't got things when we wonder where it is. Where's so-and-so? Ah, okay, it's not uploaded yet. Oh no, Kriss wants to drop her Temu link.
Oh no, the only ones that can drop Temu links are people without wrenches. So Magpie, feel free.
Well, I am going to say goodnight to you ladies, and it's been real. I'm not doing Ziggy next time. Somebody else can do the next episode. I'll make the videos, but somebody else has to watch and get the clips.
Oh, man.
And it wasn't even that long. It wasn't even that long. She's had, when you think about the lives that used to go on for 8 hours.
Oh, Lord.
Right?
Did they really go on that long?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
God, I don't even
Yeah,
remember.
she used to do some really long ones.
Full
Like
out
you would
fighting
go,
between
you'd be watching her at night, and then you go to bed, go to sleep, and you
She'd
wake
still
up in the
be
morning,
there.
and she was still on. Yeah.
Well, that's what I felt like with when I was watching Moonface, is I was watching her, and it was so slow. I fall asleep when she's at the same subject. And I was like, I thought I had on fast speed, but apparently that didn't even help. So,
Cracking Ass's gas video
Well,
might be a good thing
are
to
y'all
sign
ready
off
to-
with.
oh, I love that. Yes, ready to.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe we
Back
could play
out.
that and then go ahead and sign out for the night. Sound
Yeah,
good?
I can do that. It does sound good. We'll just find.
you're embarrassing yourself, go to bed.
Good night.